powerful thing, feeling deep within. And if you believe in love, free up your mind, let this flow within. As early as the morning star, I'm giving thanks for this lovely thing. Girl, you just a beat from me heart, beat from me heart. Me pray that you would have never part. And no other girl no hold me so tight yet, baby. None of them never please me, sir. Treat me, sir. Lord, you feel so right. No girl never squeeze me so tight yet, baby. None of them never groove me, sir. Move me, sir. Girl, you shine so bright. And none never hold me so tight yet, baby. None of them never please me, sir. Treat me, sir. Lord, you feel so right.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is 8:10, soon to be 8:11, and it's now 8:11 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Ari, and with me this morning is Roleza, and we are Activated Mornings for today, April 9th, 2024.
Special big up to man like Karen. Man like Karen. Man like Karen.
And we're moving on to our next topic. SVG denies landing rights to chartered flights, imposes visa restriction amidst security concerns. And at the forecenter of these community concerns, the security concerns are concerns of human trafficking. Now, according to Eyewitness News, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has denied permission for 2 airlines operating chartered flights from Nigeria, Dubai, and Morocco to land in the country. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves, who is also Minister of National Security, said on Sunday that Kingston on Wednesday imposed visa restrictions on Bulgaria, Cameroon, Nepal, and Bangladesh amidst national security concerns surrounding the flights. They joined Nigerian passport holders for whom visa requirements were in place before the development. The government is concerned about the possibility that some of the passengers could be victims of human trafficking, and this was said by the Prime Minister on WEFM. Kingston is concerned that passengers on the flights which are headed to Latin America could be trying to enter the states illegally as well. Gonsalves said the flights were to be operated by 2 airlines, one of which was to originate in Nigeria with 374 passengers, with not many Nigerians. Another was to originate in Dubai, fly to Morocco, and then Argyle International Airport on St. Vincent's East Coast. The Prime Minister said, and that is to be operating with a charter company out of Bulgaria, and the bulk of the people were coming from Bangladesh, from Nepal, from Cameroon, a significant number of Indians too, and the people of Sri Lanka. Gonsalves said that the authorities in Kingston have the names of the individuals concerned. So he said they have their nationality, date of birth, where the passports were issued. He further said that the passports were issued quite recently. He went on to say that there were many things indicating that the passports were issued fairly recently, and to give an indication what may be an intention clearly, that you want to come here, in theory, to leave here, hang around for a week, and go to other places in Latin America and Central America. But we are not going to be alone in any of that, PM said. He went on to point out that the list included 23 people who were denied permission to enter 2 other Caribbean countries near to us, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in the past. He said, we have activated with this information the regional security agencies, the RSS, I would like to believe, to which we belong, and all of this information which we possess would be sent to all our international partners involved in assisting us to maintain security, citizen security, and to help us to be consistent with our international obligations. So what are your thoughts on this, Roleza?
Well, I'm actually happy that in this case, okay, you know what? A lot of times people think that we are a reactive society, but I'm happy to hear that in this case it was a proactive decision that was made.
You think so?
Well, yeah, the flight's inland. So it's in that context I'm looking at it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I respond to it.
Right. They're chartered flights, so I guess the antennas went up because of the fact that they're not coming through commercial airlines, right? So I'm happy to see that in this case, this is not happening. I'm happy to see that having them land wasn't a situation where we're trying to push, let's say, quote unquote, tourism, because of the fact that there were red flags raised with regards to the passengers, where the flights were originated and the nationalities of the persons coming in on these flights, not quite akin to, or not quite lining up to where the flights were originating from. So in this case, I am happy that, as I said, we were a bit proactive with this.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think this is proactive at all. First of all, we've seen things in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen over the years Caribbean countries being issued visas being issued for Caribbean countries because of situations like this. So you have Vincent persons trying to use St. Vincent. They use Mexico to try to get into the US illegally. We see persons using St. Vincent because maybe we have more loose airtime laws so that they're able to facilitate human trafficking. We saw last December a flight going missing from one of the Grenadines Islands. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's kind of one. And the Prime Minister is saying it shows signs of the persons turning off the transponders. And this was regional news, by the way. This airline going missing was regional news. And we have no idea.
Missing for those who missed that story.
Yeah. We have no idea if they were human trafficking, if they were drug trafficking. We have no idea the reason why they turned off that. Then we have the caller yesterday calling in and saying that at 2020, they have a jet. The jet was seen in Nigeria. And when you pose the question, he's saying they no longer could find said jet. So whether it was proactive, big question mark for me, because it seems like a lot of things happened in the past, and to avoid these things happening, then we put these things in place. It doesn't seem proactive to me at all. Do I think it's a bad thing? Most definitely not. Because with sandals and with the increase of tourism here in St. Vincent and Grenadines, we see more tour ships, cruise ships. We see more persons flying in to visit sandals. We are seeing a bit of a tourist boom, slight tourist boom here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We do not need the bad press of persons using St. Vincent to human traffic and the Grenadines to enter countries illegally or to facilitate any type of illegal activity. I 100% agree with what the government is doing here, and I do think that I don't see the bad that could come out of putting these restrictions.
And then I know that another point was made in the article. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it open here. Something to the effect of, let's say they come here and then for whatever reason they're unable to leave, right? Now, it's not to say that we're not welcoming to persons of different countries, but it's the purpose and the reason behind being here. And then we also have to look at when persons come here and for whatever reason they're unable to leave. Let's say they can't afford a ticket to go back home or to go wherever they intended to go. It does put a strain on our own resources, our financial resources, our social resources. Let's say the hospital, because some of these persons may fall sick and they have to utilize the facilities. There would be a strain, let's say, in the case of them trying to find employment. Now, we already have persons here locally who are trying to find employment for themselves, much less to add to persons who come here. They don't necessarily want to be homeless, but until they get to the quote unquote better area or better lands meaning countries here, they may just linger around and then they put that additional strain on us, on our resources. So I am in agreement with Ari. I am happy that this isn't happening. And human trafficking is so. One of the things with human trafficking is that sometimes persons aren't even aware that they are being trafficked. because they may hear of an opportunity happening in another country, right? Yes, whoever it is that might be involved in the human trafficking ring, they're going to sell this employment as if it's something that's grand, it's something that's going to be lucrative, something that's going to benefit the families of the persons in their native countries, but it isn't until they get to wherever it is they're going, they realize that maybe they are going to be there as modern day slaves, so even in these other things, it's for us as society to be vigilant, for the nation to be vigilant, for those in authority to be vigilant, and to try to work hand in hand to try to mitigate these type of situations from happening in a global sense.
Build the wall.
Which wall, Ari?
Build the wall.
Which wall?
It don't have to make sense, but we need a wall.
No, but this is the thing with us, because as Vincentians, we're very welcoming.
Nah.
No, we have. Which wall we going to build?
Build the wall now. Take
these
people out of this country and send them back to where they came from. Build the wall.
We ain't building no wall. We're just going to monitor our ports of entry. That's what we're going to do. Okay?
Well, we need to remember also that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is 27th. The passport rank is 27th. We have visa-free travel to 152 countries. We do not want anything to stain that and bring down our ranking, and we have visa imposed. Because that happened to Dominica a few years ago, in regards to visa-free travel to Canada, where a lot of Asians were using Dominica as a hub to get to Canada visa-free. And then boom, visa imposed. What does that do? Take down your ranking.
And then I guess this is too why the PM is so adamant or insistent that we would not be a part of the CBI program. I know that's a whole discussion by itself, but it's the authenticity of that passport that is for Vincentians.
Listen, as soon as I found out about this passport strength, it was a flex. The amount of countries that I traveled to, like, what you guys doing? You filling out the visa there?
We don't have that
problem.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely we have to be vigilant, especially as I said with the increase, the traffic at the Argyle. I went to pick up a friend from the airport. When was it? Sunday. And American Airlines and Air Canada came in, and the amount of people that came off those flights are random Sunday, a random Sunday afternoon. It surprised me because usually when I go to AIA, it's dead.
Yeah,
I usually wonder, oh yeah, you're making money. Not much traffic now. But again, the guy from Sandals, Adam, what's his name? Stewart, he did say the Sandals effect.
Yeah, and and there was a point that you were making, and I was saying that there's now going to be more visibility because persons who never heard of St. Vincent and Grenadines, and as I always say, and I hate to say it, but people only think of the Caribbean as Jamaica, Trinidad, and Barbados, right? No other countries exist in the Caribbean. When you talk to persons in the international, you know what I was surprised to see? Barbados mentioned in Kong, and sorry.
I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch it? Yeah, but Barbados was actually there in Kong and Godzilla, that Kong and Godzilla movie.
Barbados, Jamaica, St. Lucia, always being mentioned in movies.
Yeah, I was pleased to see it, I was like, oh gosh, they could have just come across, just a little, come by us, but whatever.
Stopped in Barbados?
Yeah, so part of in the movie, the scene is based in Barbados.
Nah, boy, keep them there. Keep them away from me. You see, Kong and Godzilla, keep them. Oh, listen, if it's one thing I ain't jealous of, Barbados, they could have that.
Nah, but it was really, no. So for those, I know advertising for Russells, but whatever. For those who haven't seen that movie, I would let you know, highly suggest you to go and have a look at it. It was good. It was good.
I need to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, but so it's big up SVG. I mean, we love to say that we've been a part of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I don't think that at any point in time, let's say it was like a subtitle in the movie. It's just that you have to do the research to know that it was based.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, they made it seem like they were in Jamaica.
Right. So so it's these little things. It's just for us to get our name out there. But one of the things with getting our names out there, we also have to be cautious of who it is maybe looking at us as a country without laws. Right?
You're looking
So
at us as an opportunity.
yeah. All right. So remember that it is an interactive program. The numbers to call, I should have said it earlier, but anyway, it's 457-9997 if you choose to call directly or to WhatsApp us. And we are live on Facebook as well as on Instagram, but YouTube. All right.
I wish all of those things were linked, but fortunately, that is the
Ah.
life that we're living currently. I just want to end this with a part of the article where the Prime Minister said that the situation would be different if somebody buys a ticket on an airline, a regular airline coming in, not a chartered flight. He noted that SVG has bilateral relations with Nigeria, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and Morocco. He said, and we welcome tourism, but it would be done through structured means. And you'd have the governments of those countries saying, well, this is how we are cooperating on tourism. But incidentally, the people who are coming out of Dubai are not people from Dubai and not people from the United Arab Emirates. So certain questions arise as to why persons may wish to come, and these questions will arise, will touch and concern our own law in relation, among other things, to trafficking in person. The time is 8:25 a.m. Standard Grenadines, and we're going to take a quick commercial break.